Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Navaho from CZT Caren Mlot. Now I'm going to show two versions, or not two versions. I'm going to show this and then also show a variation because it's enough different that I thought it might be helpful to demonstrate. So this one might be a little bit longer than others. We shall see. All right. So this one starts off as a grid pattern, and just for quickness, just going to draw a 4-square grid. But you know that you know whatever your grid is, and you can expand it. In the step out, which is in the description section, I did 9 squares, so that way you can kind of see an expanded view of that. All right, so you have your grid. Then pick whichever direction you want to go. It doesn't matter. And we're going to do just some straight lines going diagonal. And we're going to go all the same direction. So starting down the center, and then what I'm doing is kind of auraing from up above twice, and then going down below twice. I don't know that you have to have 5. That's what they had in the that's what Karen had in her thing, so that's what I'm doing. Also, I will put, and so in each box going the same direction. In the description section also, I will put a link for more inspiration so you can see some of the variations that Karen came up with. Like I said, I'm just going to show one because the other ones, you see them and you can go, oh yeah, okay, I get that. Oops. Trying to go from corner to corner. This one didn't go, because if you go corner to corner, and I didn't mention that earlier, that kind of helps when if your grid's a little bit off. So that way, corner to corner, and then expanding out either way with however many lines you want to do. But 5 is a good number. All right. Once this is done in one direction, turn your tile, rinse and repeat. So same thing. So now I will actually try. And we're going over what we have. I know. I think I've had several videos of late that were going right over, and I was like, oh, that just feels so weird. All right, and again, in every box, that's what we're going to do. Also, I find it important to, if I can get to the line, this one, I'm not going over the line, which is what I a lot of times do before I pick up my pen, but maybe I've been worrying too much about it. Now I'm picking it up just a smidge before I need to, so then you have that little gap. And what's neat about this is when, oh, that one went off weird. What's neat about it is that when you have this nice complete program, and again, in however size of grid that you're, or size area that you're trying to fill, it just looks really, really cool. And there we have it. And she didn't necessarily highlight any shading necessarily, but well, I'll give you a preview of what's on for more inspiration. So things you could do. Number 1, leave it as it is. 2, I know she had one, it seemed like where maybe she shaded in or colored in, one of the, the sections. There was another one where these little diamonds that are made, diamonds or triangles that are made, so you could leave them empty like this or fill them in. So that's kind of a cool idea. All right, now for the variation. All right. I use this, and when I go over, then this gets messy, and so I just ran this tile over it. Oh, well. All right, so another square grid. And, oops, sorry about my phone jiggle there. All right. Divide. divide. This one actually looks a lot cooler. Both of them look cool when you have a lot bigger grid. This one especially. All right, so this one. Hold on one second. Okay, yes. All right, making sure I was right. So I'm going to have all points going in. So we're going to alternate the direction. So starting with the first one, diagonal going in towards the center. And same idea. And actually I'm going to just go ahead and do this one so that way I don't have to turn my tile. Alright, now turn the tile. Same idea. I keep putting my pen down, thinking I want to go underneath first as I'm doing these auras. And for whatever reason, I was like, nope, and I want to go above. But, you know, it's really funny sometimes what the pen does. It's like it has a mind of its own sometimes. And sometimes I think I need to analyze it. So, all right. So once you have this done, and then obviously if you're doing a bigger grid, you're alternating. So one is going into the center and then up. So you're kind of essentially doing a zigzag. You would just continue that out, alternating the direction. Now, when we go back through, now I mentioned that it's like, oh, it feels weird to go over what you've drawn, because usually we use the hollabout technique and we go behind. That's exactly what we're going to do here. So being very careful and aiming for, there we go, aiming for that other corner. And it's, you know, same idea with 5 straight lines. But you know, and I just went ahead and did, because I've been doing these for a while and I feel like I forget that I might have new folks watching. So if you've not ever done Zentangle before and you have no idea what I mean by hollabout, this is what it means. So if you watch, I'm going to go ahead and do this one because these are the same direction, and that way, again, I'm not turning my tile unnecessarily, just because I'm being lazy today. All right, so I'm drawing my line. I come to where I don't want to go over, pick up the pen, and I travel it across as if I'm drawing, so that way the likelihood of it putting it down, you know, right after, you know, as if I drew it under, as if, you know, as if we used an eraser and we don't. So again, just picking up the pen, traveling it over as if it's one stroke. It's just you're picking it up over the pattern you don't want to draw over. And honestly, sometimes, I swear, not thinking about it works really, really well. All right, then rinse and repeat. So we're doing this again. Same idea, but we're going the opposite direction. And the last one. At first I thought, oh, this is going to be a challenge, like going over this much space, but really, when I do regular hollabout, 1, 2, 3, oh, there we go. It's about the same distance. So like having all of those extra lines for some reason in my head went, oh, that's going to be hard. And it's not. Sometimes we just have to tell that part of our brain to just be quiet. All right. So you see, this is kind of neat because then you have a pattern in front of the pattern. And it's a really, really neat variation. So, oh, and it honestly did not take, I've done some single ones that took longer. So, it's a really simple pattern and really nice because you can lose yourself in it. And that's sometimes, it's just nice to be able to have that. This would be a great pattern, kind of as a texture if you want to do something behind something else. You know, so you do something that looks flowery maybe, and you just want to have something a little bit different to do behind. I'm going to see if I can find really quick, so I'm not wasting your time here. When we did Icanthus, and or actually, you know what? Here, I'll just do this one really quick because it's handy. It's right quick. This one is called Aquafleur. And just to have a pattern behind a larger tangle is a nice thing to do. So this would be a great one to use. So if you enjoyed the video, would love to have a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel and would like to see more, feel free to subscribe. Click that button there, and also click the notification bell next to it, so that way you can decide how you want to be notified, or if you want to be notified at all, that you can click nothing, and then that way nothing's popping up on your phone and you're not getting emails and stuff like that. That's generally what I do, because I go to YouTube when I have time to go to YouTube and look at the things that I want to do. It just ends up popping up on where it shows your subscriptions. The people that you're subscribed to that have current content, they kind of brings them up to the top. So it makes it easy to find. So with that, I wish you happy tangling.